also have my meeting with coaches and Scott in like 2 hours, so we'll know a little bit more then. But um, I think the main line will be um, improve on everything physical related, your body, being a little bit more explosive, a little bit stronger, go side to side a little faster, have a better second jump, that kind of stuff. I think that will be the baseline, and then skill wise, improve on what I've started to improve on at the end of the season. Keep shooting threes, tighten up a little bit ball handling, that kind of stuff. And then as the summer progress, being able to include all the skills a little bit better, like team action and team play. So I think this is what came up with me and my PD over the last couple of games. But as I said, we'll have the meeting after and officially write down what we need to work on. I'll be probably here for the most part. Obviously, if there's some national team events that I may partake in, I will have to go there. But I think the main idea is to probably stay here. The facilities, the coaches. It's like close to my new home, I guess. So it'll be a little simpler. But yeah, once again, everything's an asterisk. You know, my handshake with Shannon, definitely. We can show you guys after. It was pretty high level. Um, it's a really cool one actually. But no, I think my welcome to NBA moment. There were many. I think I was very starstruck when first met Debo, Zach, Domas, Russ when he got signed. Uh, that followed up with the Spider-Man backpack. Being reminded you're a rookie on the daily, and then I don't know, probably a couple plays where you just still feel like a child, and you're like, okay, I don't know if I'm all the way ready for this, but just the whole experience, the whole first 6 months was a lot. It's a good question. All the first, I think you the first time you step on the court, the first time you train in the NBA facilities, the first points, the first meetings, all that, um, and also understand how your body and mind work. I think I've never experienced that many games in my life, that many up and downs too. So being able to look back on that and be able to prepare for next year a little bit better. I know you have kind of like dips in energy like right before All Star break, something that I've never experienced before at that level. So being able to prepare for that a little bit better, that's something I'll try to take away. But mostly I'll just try to remember the positive, and all the amazing people we met, all my vets, and all the people that helped us make that possible. Whether it's like equipment people, whether it's like PR, whether it is the weight room, the cleaning people, our chefs, like everything, right? So um, yeah. No, I would say it actually became even worse once your productivity went up because then they want to remind you like, oh, you think you're cool because you had a good game, but no, you're not. It's not really. I do think the way you behave, like in like the workplace, if I can call it like that, or like your team, outside of the court, really doesn't matter if you're averaging like 40 or if you're averaging like zero, right? It's more about how you interact with others, kind of like the duties you have to have, like carrying bags, being kind of like at the service of like the older guys, and then also understanding that there is also some kind of like a pecking order in the team, and that like guys with more experience, like their voice mattered more, and that's completely fair. So that's more what I meant by it. But then obviously on the court, the maybe unsure rookie that came into the year is much different than the player that ended the season here, who's like I would say much more confident, like understand his role a little bit better. But yeah, when I meant rookie, I meant more non non court stuff.
Max, was not like the moment where you had your NBA moment, but was there a moment where you felt like, I think I belong here? I think I can do this.
Um, I remember like two games. One of them being Utah, the beginning of the year, not the first one, but the second one. First one there, uh, where Russ just went up to me. It was the fourth quarter, and he was like, "Look, like I just need you to like be confident. Like when I'm gonna pass you the ball, like really like shoot it. Like be confident with it." And I think I had like 12 points straight in the fourth, and then the very next game we go to Houston. I think I had like 25 against like some of like the strongest big I've ever played against. So these kind of like back to back really like boost my confidence and was like, you know what, like after all, maybe I belong here. But it's only really once I started being able to produce more consistently over like a longer period of time that I was like, okay, maybe now I understand what I'm able to produce. But at no point I ever was, okay, I'm there. I've arrived to the destination I want to be. Like, I can just rest and like, this is good enough. I do feel like once you start to like settle a little bit, that's when it comes back and like kick you in the butt. So, um, yeah, that was around that time.
Bex, many Kings fans were introduced to you earlier this year at a rookie talent show, where you got on top of the scores table, were dancing to Billie Jean by Michael Jackson. To go from that to be an everyday starting big man, you led the league in double doubles for a rookie, and to have the season you had on the court. When you look back at your journey, from that rookie talent show to where you're at now. How do you describe that?
Um, a lot of happiness and a lot of like enjoyment. I do think that being able to enjoy the process and enjoy those like little things like the rookie show is what make the experience like that much cooler. Obviously, when results on the court follow, it makes it so much better. But at the end of the day, like I always say it, but I get paid to play with a orange basketball in front of thousands of people, which is ridiculous to me. But you know, I'm very serious about my work, but I'm very unserious about myself, and I think that's what really helped me go through that. But it was a lot of unexpected stuff. Obviously, team had injuries, and that, as as sad as it is, it also like opened up opportunities for me. So a lot of stuff I did not expect turned out good on my end, right? So just happy it turned out that way, and my goal is like trying to keep enjoying it for as long as I can.
Hey Max, apparently it's the new thing to take for yourself in the season awards and things like that. So I'm going to ask you, would you like to take this opportunity to make your your reason for all rookie team or anything like that?
I mean, I don't really think I need to sell myself in the sense that season is over. You can just look back and look at it. I think your colleague like just mentioned, I led the rookies in double doubles, led them in rebound per game as well. Um, I think if you see the improvement, especially like post All-Star break, like probably the only rookie that trended that way the whole year. And yeah, I believe I'm like second in efficiency or something like that. I do think if you just look at the numbers and look at the games that I've had against like bigs of my class that may be competing with me for first team, I think that showed that I was better, or at least I produced more. So that is what it is. I think the Western Conference Rookie of the Month, sorry, in March was like the kind of like the summary of this, and it's not an end goal. Obviously, it's not because you have a good rookie season that you'll be good afterwards. But um, do think I've showed a lot, especially in the last couple of months. So I hope that will be enough. But at the end of the day, like I'm not the one who votes. Like I don't even know who votes actually, but whoever votes, like that'd be great. Love it. But at the end of the day, like you, you guys are professional. You know what to do. The only one thing that will always kind of be against me and that I cannot really control is like it's a little less sexier when you have end of the second round guy that makes first team instead of like your usual like top five, top 10 lottery guys. Um, that's the business of the NBA. That's also how it works, right? But I do think it could also be like a beautiful story and people could take advantage of it. So,
Part two of that question. When you kind of look at the growth of your career, just your rookie season from where you started to kind of getting some playing time, starting to produce things like that. How much confidence does that give you into going into next year, this offseason? Like I said, you said you were a late round pick, but to kind of continue to surprise folks and be more than that, and you can all start one day.
yeah. Well, to the second part of your question, I mean, definitely. I guess I have like a little bit more of a chip on my shoulder just because there were like more people that were ahead of me, and I believe I do belong in this conversation. So in that sense, I am very motivated to work hard and come back better. But the flip side of that is also you had a good rookie year, so now expectations are probably going to be a little higher. Scouting report are going to be a little tighter on you, so you have to understand that, and you also have to understand that this is just your first year into your career, and there's no chance to just settle with this. So my goal is just to try to go back to this like like humble and like hungry mentality, and just um, redo all the things that I did to get me there, but do them at a higher level and with like more attention to details, and hopefully that will help me improve for next year, and therefore help the team improve for next year as well. So yeah, I think it's just my best interest to be happy about what happened, but at the same time just understand that there's so much more to go.
Apologies for being blunt, but what was it like this season for you, dealing with the amount of losses that you guys had, and then also sort of compartmentalizing that?
Well, it's hard. It's hard. You're a competitor. You don't want to lose. I was mentioning that too. I don't even know who I was mentioning that to, but it's kind of starting to make you feel bad when like your friends start to tell you like, "Oh, I'm so sorry for today." Like, dude, like don't be sorry. Like this is my job. Like I'm supposed to like win that game. I'm supposed to like do more to win this. And then once people start saying like they feel sorry for you, like that's just such a bad place to be in. Like you don't want to be that guy. So naturally, it's tough. But then the flip side of it is also, and once again, like we had a lot of injuries. Like no one's happy about that. But it also gave us young guys an opportunity to like who improve, and hopefully that'll set us put us in a better situation than most of the young guys in other teams for next year. So it's kind of having like two rookie years into one. Like I don't think many rookies end up like starting that many games. Even for Dylan being able to, for example, like go from a two-way to a standard, or like Nick ended up starting like a lot of games at the end of the year. So that is the advantage of it. But then, as a competitor, I mean, you're not here to lose, right? I feel like winning kind of solves everything, makes you guys' job easier, makes me proud of myself, make the city proud of their team. Um, that fills up the stands too. So that's the goal. That's what we tend to. Obviously, it's the beginning of a cycle, but yeah, it's hard. It's not great. It's just
Yeah. Uh, Maxime, you were holding your own on, but if you were to say there was toughest opponent, one on one or opponents, who would that be? And want to go against them again and again and again.
I mean, tons of guys, honestly. Jokic was unreal. I think that was one of the first big we played last year. I mean, I guess this year, last year, whatever. So he was one of the first guy that really like really impressed me by his play and also by his composure. So it's what's really awesome is you every night you get to play against former All Stars, Hall of Famers, MVPs, and it just reminds you how far you are from that level still, and how much more there is for you to work on. So obviously, I would be really excited to play against him next year, and look forward to see how I'm doing after a year and a little bit more experience. But yeah, every single matchup that I've had this year, like I want to go back to them next year and be like, all right, I want to do better than I did, and I want to be able to win the matchup. So that goes without saying. But yeah, we have some absolute monsters in this league, and the goal is to become one yourself. Thank you, guys.